Yo, what's up? What is up? What is up? We coming in here. Alright, y'all. So back again. Um and this is another one. Just another day, another feeling, another everything. I'm so glad to be just honestly just making content each and every day. Just trying to just push just everything that I'm doing. I'm just so glad because it's just putting me in this space now where I'm just constantly growing and I'm constantly just moving forward. I'm almost like building from all different platforms, and now it's like you're putting yourself in this position where you gotta almost like position yourself and keep just going on. Like I feel like at times I get stuck. I feel like at times I'm just, you know, thinking about like what should I do next, and it's like sometimes you got to really sit back. Like today was like a good day for me to really kind of sit back and make sure that I'm doing the right things, and because I constantly want to just kind of put out content, but I think with all of that that's going on, like just all of these platforms are just allowing me to just always grow. And with growth just comes just this level of effort that you always got to push out, this level of strength, this level of just staying poised. I'm just kind of glad that I just am able to do that and still constantly have that confidence and push, man. Um, can't trust enough is almost at 600, 700 views on YouTube. So glad that, like I said, people have liked my stuff. I'm constantly pushing it on TikTok, YouTube Shorts, all of these platforms. Like this is just the beginning. This is just everything that I'm doing. Um, Staying consistent. Like I'm not gonna lie, this has probably been the most consistent that I've been in I don't know how long. Like I've never been every single day either making posting content or moving, or creating something that's going to give me content. Like I've never been at that point, and it's a blessing, man. And I just hope that things change next year. I'm not trying to you know keep going backwards. I've done a lot of going forward, going backwards, trying to make sure I'm doing this, and then I stop here, and then I'm inconsistent. So it's like I know just the ultimate solution to all of this is just consistency, just being there, creating, finding ways, finding time, finding just opportunity to just constantly keep pushing, man. Um, that's just how I'm just thinking of how all of this stuff is just gonna just come together, and all of these things that's just gonna make all the sense. So I don't know, man. I'm in a space of now, pushing more than I've ever pushed before, and understanding that this is gonna pay off. This is really gonna pay off one day, and I'm just confident that what I'm creating and the music that I'm making, the beats that I'm putting towards, and all of these things is just gonna make sense. Of course, it doesn't make sense now because there's no proof. There's no, it's so crazy. It sometimes like a lot of people. I think why a lot of people quit is because there's just no immediate proof. And when you can find that moment that are able to see the proof in yourself without seeing the actual physical proof, is when the moment that you're going to become something. A lot of people want to see something first before becoming. Sometimes you're already that, and you're just trying to push that stuff out of you. You're trying to get all of what you think of who you really are out of you. You have to just show yourself, and that's what every single day that I do. I'm trying to prove and show to myself that I'm capable. I'm enough. I'm just all of these things, and when you are making, I'm when I'm making the music, when I'm doing all of these things, I'm just like, damn, I just gotta just keep pushing this shit. I just always think that, like, you know, I'm just at this space now, not because um I just not because like I'm just this magical person. Is because I'm always questioning everything. I'm always questioning every single step about like what life has to offer because I want to be great. And if you're not constantly reading, if you're not constantly trying to evolve yourself every single day, you're gonna get left behind. That's just the way of life. Life is constantly evolving. Life is constantly unveiling new parts of life. Like things that we had 3 years ago, like things that 3 years ago we don't have that now. So it's just like we have to always be grateful where you are, but also be just aware of where you are and know where you're going. Like, and I think that's like the biggest path right now that I'm taking is just being aware. I just have so many hard times of um, just trying to find myself within all of this stuff. Is just like, am I doing the right thing? Am I doing all of the things that I need to be doing? And I'm just trying to always make sure that I'm seeing the right things, make sure I'm doing the right things, and eventually everything is going to come together. So I'm just so excited that the path that I'm taking is not for everybody. And I know that, you know, um, only the ones that truly believe gets through. There's millions of people, millions upon millions of people that um, are talented, and have all of the things, but it's how you put everything together. How good are you at what you're doing? Can you put all of this stuff together? And it's those that do that become successful, because you can be at a disadvantage at a lot of things, but if you know how to put everything together, because 9/11, that's one thing that everybody can't do. Everybody don't know how to create their vision in totality of how you want things to look and how you want things. Like, some people are just good at what they do, and that's it. There's no vision behind it. There's no um, thoughts or opportunities. Like, no, know what you want to do. Know, be good at it, but then create something around it. That's where um, I think is my best. Uh, I wouldn't say talent, but it's just like what I know that I can be good at is seeing things in totality. Um, but it's all the in betweens of getting to that end that is can't be my biggest downfall at times. Because sometimes I don't stay with it. Sometimes I'm like, dang, it's taking too long. Like, but the moment that you can stick with it, you know, that's when things just always fall through. Um, But because I've always questioned things and tried to understand why is this, well, why is that, like I think it's allowed me to now like push forward with no hesitation now. But there was just so many things that I just always thought about, like just little small things. So I'm just so glad now that um I can just be in this space now where I can know who I am. I can know where I'm trying to go. I can know where I'm trying to take this, and it's just me at the end of the day. So um I'm just at this point where it's just go time. I've been so sick and tired of just trying to just say, when is it gonna be go time? When is it gonna be go time? So it's go time for me now. It's just go time. So um that's what I think is going to separate me is knowing when it's go time. So, oh damn it, I'm probably making all of these noises. I didn't even realize I'm making this noise. I hope I just started, but I'm making this like this little clack noise. Um um, but yeah, man. I think this is just my time, man. I'm just so tired, man. You know when you just get so tired of just just being like, damn, what the hell is like I'm so tired of just being inconsistent. You know, I'm so tired of just like trying to figure out why things aren't working. I was so tired of that. And I think now it's like everything is coming together. The whole totality of Josh Chapman is coming together. Like I seen just my vision, of course, like you think it's in totality, of course, until you get there, you don't know all the in betweens of how you got there. But I see like all of the things that are going to make me me. Um, but it's the in betweens. The in betweens can be the hardest thing. Everybody has a dream, but it's that in between those things, and how consistent are you gonna be in between those in betweens? Like, literally, listen to what I just said. How consistent are you gonna be in between those in betweens? Because if you can't do that, you know what I mean. Like, it's that dream is just only gonna be just that, you know. And another thing too is we got to start being about dreams. Like, I think goals is such a worldly thought. Obviously, you have to have a plan and things to check off, but your dream is this this fun wonderland of who you want to become. And I think it's supposed to take you to that fun place to understand that you have to you have to be excited about your dreams. You can't just have this oh, I'm just doing this, and then it's like, because then they become goals. Like, I feel like it's just, like, dreams are just this, you know it's why we're able to, and people like, you know I say, like, people that I think really are like really just outwardly just risk takers, like Kai Cenat, um, Beyonce, Chris Brown, of course, those three, and um, Steve Jobs. I'm trying to think of other people. Um, but just those people that just have just certain visions about who they are, And I'm not saying they have it all put together, but they just have this linear, just strategic vision, and it's like, I know what I need to do. I know what I want. I see this, and it's like, boom, boom. It's like the dream. The dream is put into their heads, and then now it's like, um, now it's just there. It's like, I know what I want to become, and I'm so tired of seeing other people live their dreams, if that makes sense. And it's not even on no envious shit. It's not even on no envious nothing. But it's just like, I look on YouTube, I'm watching all these things, and I'm just seeing people live what they have intended in mind. And the thing about me, and why sometimes, like I say, you guys always see this shit. I get hard on myself because it's like those things that I knew I could have done. And like I say, we're all on our own pace and on our own path, but it's like, come on, man. I'm just that hard on myself because it's like, you should have been here, you know? You let your inconsistencies, and that's why I always I speak to. things that when you were young as shit, when you were 10 years old, 11 years old, like those certain mistakes can literally make you pay 5 years, 6 years, 10 years down the road. Things that you've done as an adolescent, as a young, like, and I know that it's not our fault because we're kids, but in the same breath, it's like, we could have been there. We could have really grew. Could have really made more things possible. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, um, I just really am just like, man, it's just like you're just in this space now where you're just constantly growing, constantly just pushing it, constantly just putting out efforts, and you know, I don't know. I don't know how to feel. I don't know how to think about things, and you know, I'm just being me. I think at the end of the day, I'm just trying to be me to the best of my ability, and yeah, I can't be too hard on myself, even though, like I said, I'm just like I'm just a stickler, man, for real. Hold on, I'm just a stickler. I am just a stickler. So times is gonna come, and as long as you're just you, as long as you're just doing all the right things and just aligning who you are, things are just gonna happen. And so that's why I can't be in this space of just pushing and thinking that I'm not on the right path. Like I know I'm on the right path. So I'm just hoping, day by day everything just pushes, and then the moment I get towards those spaces, things are gonna grow. Things are gonna get better. Things are gonna allow me to grow. And once those things grow, once those things become better, I know that it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time, and you gotta stay consistent. So, um, but I'm just glad that the music is aligning, the vision is aligning. And once I'm able to align those few things day by day, it's gonna get better. I know it's gonna get better. I know it's gonna get better. So, but I do thank y'all for listening to this. This is not an easy thing to do, to be this vulnerable and to constantly um, pour out. Sometimes I need days in between all of this, because I'm making music. I'm trying to create the idea of how I want the music to come out, and um, it takes a lot of just thinking and a lot of patience, and so I think once I'm able to just really master those things, um, it's gonna really just be a matter of time, man. Patience is the hardest thing, because it's because, like, damn, I want this shit right now. I want it right. I want it done right now. But you gotta realize it's like, okay, let me be honest with myself. Let me be honest and let me think that it's like, okay, if I'm going to really be where I want to be, I gotta really find myself and find it very fast, you know. But um, because I think there has to be like a certain level of certainty. I'm not saying you got to be fully certain with yourself to kind of move forward. You don't fall. I don't want to say you don't fall into success. People do meet the right people at the right time. I'll say that. Um, but most of the times you just don't fall into success. You know, you don't just, all right, I'm just, pushing through and, just falls through. It's like you get certain results. I will say that just by just constantly boom, 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 boom. But while you're pushing and while you're trying to while you're trying to do that, you got to realize where you're going. So that's why, like I'm saying, like with the music and all that stuff, is like I got to know where I'm going. You know what I mean? Because if not, then it's gonna be a recipe for disaster. So, um, but I really want to just, like I said, I want to start making beats online, but it's just like man, I don't want to just be sitting online and just like, I'll see it. I'll see if it makes sense. I will see, and um, I feel like it's going to come. Like there's just I just gotta really be like it just gotta make sense, you know. So I just gotta know that I'm on the right path and I'm on the right road. Cause I want to like, of course, like I don't like the makings of the song. I definitely don't want like that's no like at least because I want to be in an actual studio. I don't mind, doing in like making songs while we're here, but it's just because I'm just like recording the song, it's not going to sound exactly how, you know. So I'll do maybe, I don't know. There's so many things I want to do, but I feel like it just got to just be, it just got to let things take time and then move from there and then allow yourself to grow. Okay. So that's just the first live stream. And, well, the first live stream for today. Let me say. I might do a live stream tonight. Gotta see how things are going. I'm editing a vlog, so be on the lookout for the vlog. Um, so um, yeah, it's this is gonna be a lot of stuff aligning, and we'll see. So thank y'all. Till next time. Peace.